to Todd Bridges. Just hung up. He's going to call back on another line. It's a weird way we got him. He's kind of an extended Morning X family member.
How did this happen?
Morning X subscriber Scott Daniel, who has this website. I told him I'd plug it for getting him on with us. 4PM Software. The number 4PMsoftware.com. He is a Morning X subscriber. His sister is married to Todd Bridges.
What?
And yeah, he just got a hold of me and said, "Hey, dude, I know." He was very secretive at the beginning. I know Todd Bridges. I started talking. How do you know Todd Bridges? That my sister is married to him. I said, "Really? Well, call him, throw him on." So he called him up, and
there he is.
And Todd's called a couple times. And speak of the devil, hey Todd.
Yeah, what's up?
We're on the air, man. I was just saying about how this came about. I guess you're married to Scott Daniels' sister.
Cousin.
Cousin. It's
yeah.
cousin. Anyway, and he got a hold of us, and he listens to our show and said, "Hey, I know Todd, because we're talking about how you whipped some serious ice ass."
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest with you, I did not see it ending the way it did. I was surprised. You shocked the hell out of me.
Well, the bottom line is everyone forgets who I really am. They keep thinking that you're seeing Willis. I ain't Willis, man.
I did not forget who you were. I actually had picked you. That was the only bout that Barnes and I had disagreed on.
You did pick him.
I had picked you because I don't care what Vanilla. I mean, and Van Winkle, he's a decent guy, but I mean, we all know your track record.
Well, see, what you have to remember is I've grown up in the '60s and '70s. I'm always whooping somebody's butt because you got to realize I was a black kid in an all-white neighborhood just about all my life, so I always had to defend myself.
Right, and then you've also done some jail time where you might have defended
jail
yourself.
time has nothing to do with it. I mean,
but
okay.
Van Winkle was saying that you were in there and you done some boxing. Is that true?
No, come on, man.
That's his first claim. He said that you had done some boxing in jail.
And that's why I knocked him the hell out.
Hey, but Todd, I gotta believe that jail toughens you up.
Again, jail's got nothing to do with it, man. I grew up fighting. That's just how it is.
So you're saying you
say
okay.
that doesn't make you tougher.
Man, it got nothing to do with making you tougher. It makes some guys punks.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
Grew up the
It
hard
does.
way.
But still, no doubt about it, you whipped his ass. And
Man, I went in there and did what I had to do. And the thing about it is, which I just, everyone has their own interpretation of what they like to say. Because before, according to all the polls, he was going to just destroy me.
Right.
And I had no chance of winning. And so I just laughed, whatever. I went out there and did what I had to do. And they can say whatever they want to say about me because they're going to say it anyway. So who cares? Man?
Well, you came
on
on like a rocket. I mean, from the minute they showed the camera on you, you were so focused and you were just like so ready to whip some ass.
And I slowed down only because they wanted me to.
They wanted you to slow down?
They didn't want me to kill him.
I saw you trash talking on Entertainment Tonight last night about Danny Bonaducci.
I will whoop Danny's butt. Danny don't want to fight me.
Now
I could take too good of a punch. See, the thing is, Danny's going to have to hit. I'll let Danny hit me once so I can give him 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Todd, you've been watching too many Ali tapes.
And nothing to do with it. See, you guys don't understand. I've been in a lot of fights in the streets with guys who weigh 240.
Yeah, see, that's
230,
right.
so it means nothing.
Right.
Being hit by a 160-pound guy is like a joke.
Right.
Bonaducci wasn't bad in his bout, but he did fight Barry
Come on,
Williams.
Bonaducci has never fought anybody who's really fought. Come on.
I'm saying he fought Barry Williams.
And he also fought, what's his name? He fought Donnie Osmond, but he told Donnie Osmond that it was, I mean, how many times has Donnie Osmond been in a fight? Give me a break.
With his brothers over the toothpaste?
Exactly.
Now
hey, man, give me that pen.
Yeah, you did look like you had some style, like you had actually, I mean, that you knew a little bit about the fight game other than just street fighting.
Well, yeah, but the thing about it is, I mean, I had as much time as Van Winkle did to train. I mean, he says I had what, 4 days?
Right, he said you had a long time.
He said that they just found out about it.
He said that Todd had more advanced
I
notice.
did not. I had 4 days, just like he did. Did I look in shape to you?
No.
Exactly.
I mean, if we're going to be honest.
No, I mean,
hey, you know something? I ain't faking no game. I'm 10 years clean and sober.
That's right.
I'm going to eat, and I don't give a rat's butt what anybody says.
You were very impressive.
What, you put me in a ring, I'm going to whoop your butt, too.
Uh-huh. Well,
I ain't afraid of nobody, man. But see, I'm going to tell you what's going to dismay all the myth. I'm doing my life story that'll be out at the end of this year, probably. So.
Showtime, right?
Yeah, well, it's actually Viacom.
Oh, Viacom.
But it's going to when you guys, when everyone sees that, first of all the trash talking, and then you'll see what I really went through in my life, and then people will stop all. Because the greatest thing in the world is Robert Downey Jr. can do no wrong. This kid is perfect.
Right.
He's just he's just a good actor with a drug problem. Oh,
right.
Give me a break.
Well, what are you saying?
The freaking criminal. If you're going to say I'm a criminal, he's really a criminal.
You're saying that you don't get the same consideration
Of course not.
that he's
you
got.
know why I don't get the same consideration? Come on.
Because you're black.
Exactly.
Well, but your crimes, and I'm just going to say that.
I have no crimes. Only convictions I have is drug addiction.
Well, you shot a guy, didn't you?
No, man. What the hell are you talking about?
I thought, wasn't that what?
No, I was completely found innocent. Thank
well,
you.
it was a self-defense thing, or
no, it wasn't
no,
a self-defense thing. I was found
let's
not
clear
guilty.
the air. What was
Let's
it?
clear the air,
Why-
yeah.
Let's clear the air.
What are y'all even talking about? I don't even know the case.
This was 1989.
Right.
I was accused of shooting somebody, but I was
Right.
completely vindicated.
Okay.
People failed to realize that.
The
All
record
right.
shows.
Yeah, what?
No, I'm saying the record shows.
All right. so
Yeah,
that's
but
cleared
people
up.
fail to realize that. They always try to lean back on that. So, okay, here's the difference between me and Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. has been arrested more times than I have, and has been convicted more times than I have.
He gets treated like a
two arrests.
celebrity. He gets treated like a celeb.
He gets right, but he could because it's okay. It doesn't matter. If you this is what you do. Take a test. Punch on the internet. The last time I've been arrested was like 87, and that was for a guy punching me in my face, and I chased him and whooped his ass. Well, I have a right to do that if you punch me in the face.
Right.
But the bottom line is, you punch in his name, only good things come up on him on the internet. You put me in there, all these things bad things come up. But that's just how it is, and I'm used to it. I've been in the business since 1971. I grew up in a lot of all-white neighborhoods, so I'm used to racism. I know how it goes, man. I'm not pulling a race card. I'm being honest.
I think there's some validity to what you're saying.
A good example is how can Denzel Washington just now be getting $20 million a picture? Give me a break.
Well, we've often said on this show, going back to Robert Downey Jr., that he's been given a lot
way
of
too many
slack.
chances.
And
Way
he's
too many.
He's given another one.
Now, there's a lot. It's funny you should say that about Denzel, because we were talking about the Oscars yesterday. There are certain black coalitions who are saying if Denzel doesn't win, it's racist.
No, that's not true. I don't believe he should win for Training Day, personally.
It wasn't a good movie.
Well, it was a good movie, but
he
that's
should
not
have
an
won
Oscar caliber
already.
role. I love Denzel, but it's not.
I mean, he definitely gets his notice in Hollywood, even though it may just be recently.
Yeah, but he should have won for Malcolm X.
I forgot who he lost to that year.
Who knows?
I
But
mean,
I'm just saying, everything is. The bottom line is everything is. I'm not being racist. I think everyone should just get along. I definitely believe that. But the bottom line is, I know the truth, and as long as you know the truth, it's okay. Just like when I get in the ring, I'm the underdog. Who cares? You can call me this. You can say, because they always say, has been this and that. But the fact of the matter is, I've been working a lot. Just been movies that no one has really seen, so that's okay.
We're talking to Todd Bridges. What movies do you have out right now or coming out?
I got one with Pauly Shear's getting ready to come out from Miramax.
What's it called?
It's called You'll Never Wheeze in This Town Again.
Mm-hmm.
I got one called Flossin' that'll be out the middle of next year.
Flossin'?
Tons of shows. I have to go to my thing and remember what I did.
What is this? I Know What You Did in the Hood?
Yeah, that starts in a couple of months. I think a month and a half.
Now that sounds like a parody, like one of those I Know What You Did Last Summer kind of thing.
It is parody.
Hey, did they approach you way back when that? This is sad, but that Diff'rent Strokes porno version, did they try to get you to do that?
Oh, I wouldn't do nothing like that.
I know
man.
you wouldn't do that, but did they try? Dana Plato.
Of course.
Yeah.
I got offered a lot of money to do a lot of craziness, but I'm not doing that.
That's just crazy. It's sad that she stooped to that, but
See, the thing is, what people fail to realize that it's also different for a TV actor now than it ever has been. The bottom line is, we're not making. See, it's not fair because we got cheated.
you did get cheated. You're not getting.
All of us actors got cheated. The bottom line is, you get on a successful TV show now, you're going to make $20 or $30 million.
Lifetime. I mean, you're gonna roll.
See, it's lifetime money. You get on a TV show back then, they sold Diff'rent Strokes the first 5 years in the syndication for $450 million.
Jeez.
We should have got a part of that. It's not fair that we didn't. So we kind of got beat, you know what I mean? But that's okay. Because, things are changing now, and it's much better for an actor.
I mean, it was so different back then.
How old were you when you did Roots?
Oh, geez, I was like
Little kid, right?
Yeah, 8 or 9. I was one. Well, every black in Hollywood at the time was in Roots.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they didn't have enough of us.
That's right.
They were getting blacks off the streets. Hey, man, you want to be in Roots?
I'll tell you what, though, that miniseries still holds up. That is
Hey, man, it's a great show.
It is unbelievable. All right, now, Todd, I'm going to put this guy on with you because he, a listener calling in, okay?
Go ahead.
He takes issue with something that you said. Hey, Swain.
Yeah.
All right, you're on with Todd Bridges.
Hey, Todd, I feel your pain, dude, but I have to disagree with what you said about Robert Downey Jr. For one thing, Robert Downey Jr. has been acting consistently since he was 12 years up until now.
But so have I. But it's just stuff that you haven't seen.
Well, that's my point.
But that's not my fault. See, because what happens is
but what you said was the only difference is that you're black and then he's white. And what I'm saying is not that it's right or wrong, but Robert Downey Jr. is just a much bigger fixture in Hollywood than Todd Bridges is.
That doesn't matter. Robert Downey
matter.
This is the difference. Robert Downey Jr. has better friends, and they're not afraid of Robert Downey Jr. See, and that's what you have to realize.
Well, if you quit beating everybody's
it is a black and white
Todd.
issue, because I'll give you another clear-cut good example that is Robert Downey Jr. Martin Lawrence was unable to be insured. The same time he was doing the same thing Robert Downey Jr. was. They wouldn't insure him, but they would insure Robert Downey Jr.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I would
say Martin Lawrence hasn't been consistently working.
hang on a minute, Swain. Also, you have to remember Robert Downey Jr. also comes from like a Hollywood royalty. He comes from a from a famous family. So I mean, he's got. I mean,
He gets
Todd
the
Bridges, and I know what you're saying, Swain.
I'm just saying it's not just race, and I'm not.
It is. It is, man.
I don't think.
You're talking about a world that you have no idea, dude. You're coming from somewhere else. I'm talking about a world that I live in and work in. I know how the cards are played.
That still doesn't mean that I can't have an opinion about it.
You can have opinion, but you have to have an opinion on something you know what you're talking about. You have to be in the game.
Okay, well, if I could just finish one, and then I'll let you have the rest of the show because it's your segment anyway. All I'm saying is I think what Jimmy is saying is the celebrity. I think the fact that he does come from Hollywood royalty, and I agree with you, the fact that he has better friends, all that plays into it. I'm just saying it's not just because you're black and he's white. I think all of those things play into it. The second thing I wanted to say is I watched a rerun of the E! True Hollywood Story about him over the weekend, and I was disgusted by it because every time they went to commercial, no matter what they were talking about, they always wanted to send you back to the drugs. The drugs, the drugs, the drugs, the drugs, the drugs. And I thought that it was kind of like a smear job when they did the E! True Hollywood Story about him.
Let me explain to you this. Here I am a couple of months ago, 6 months ago, saved a lady's life. Now, it has nothing to do with me, drug addiction or anything like that, but every station did a smear campaign, okay? So that's what they do. That's their job.
Yeah.
Their job is to smear as much
All right,
as they
Swain,
can.
let him talk, Swain.
You know, that's what and so they say. That's what they say though. Actor Todd Bridges saves a lady's life, blah blah blah. But he wasn't such a hero in 1989.
Right. They always got to tag
Come on,
that.
man.
But they do that.
What
Todd,
the hell does that have to do with saving some lady's life?
Oh,
they do that to anybody, though.
Wait. Out here, we had a guy named Fred Rogan. Let me tell you what Fred Rogan does.
Oh, sure. Fred
about
Rogan,
the whole boxing thing.
sportscaster.
He talks great about everybody else in the boxing thing. Then he mentions my name. Then he says, career criminal Todd Bridges. Come on, man.
I mean, I'm not.
Well,
What am I supposed to think about that? If I'm the only one, I didn't try to bash nobody's knee in for competition.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know?
Yeah, where's Tanya not getting raked over the coals?
Well, also, I think that you're paying Swain. I'm going to let you go because we gotta run real soon. But I think also you pay the price for some of Dana Plato's problems too. I mean, there's that
some
whole
of her bad
different.
press.
There's that whole different strokes thing that they've always talked about that they like to kind of pump up.
But just like E, they
You know what I'm
lumped you
saying?
all together in the true Hollywood story
Right, you're
and
lumped
kind of
together.
drag you down
Right.
with her.
You're lumped
But the
together.
thing is, if you don't do the show,
Right.
they're
Right.
going to really smear you.
Yep.
Yeah,
And like I said, the bottom line is everything is not black and white. But I tell you what, a lot of things are. And unless America wakes up and realizes it, we're going to have trouble inside of ourselves. You know, we're destroying ourselves because we don't want to realize that a lot of stuff is racist. You know, and it's like, hey, I'm far from being racist. Believe me.
Well, you can see Todd take it out on Vanilla Ice on Fox, and an impressive bout impressive on one side where Todd Bridges just totally finishes off the Iceman. He ran out of time. That's the only reason he didn't knock him out.
But see, I want to fight. Who I'm supposed to fight next is Danny. That's who I'm going to fight next.
Yeah, I think
and I'm going to kill Danny because Danny he's never fought anybody who's fought back. Everybody he's fought always is just brutalized because these guys, poor Barry. When was the last time Barry been in a fight? When he beat up Marsha? I mean, give me a break.
I know.
Yeah.
Why would Danny accept that?
Because that's what he does. He wants easy stuff. See, I took my fight. I didn't know Vanilla Ice was going to be the way he did. I accepted it on whatever terms it was.
Right.
I just hope that he was coming to fight.
Why would Bonaducci though set himself up for failure? It doesn't seem like him.
Well, that's exactly right. That's why I don't believe he'll fight me. Because if he fights me, see, I'm gonna knock him out. That's for sure. I'm gonna definitely go for it.
Now, Todd, if this happens again, and I have no doubts that it will, do you think that GoldenPalace.com might be able to afford a little bit better signage than just scribbling it on your back with a magic marker?
What? No, that's yeah, but you got to realize Golden Palace, though, dude. They paid a lot of money for that stuff.
I think that
I
I'd heard
they
that
need to get some glitter or something.
I'd heard that each fighter got like $10,000 to
more than that.
Oh, more than that?
Yeah,
I would hope so.
Don't believe what you hear.
Todd
All right.
Bridges, like that guy. I didn't know he's such a live
Shoot
wire.
straight, baby.
You know what? He's keeping it real.
He is keeping it real funny. I like that dude.
The best of the morning X 99.